journalist Rufai has raised vital questions regarding the absence of the APC presidential candidate Bola Tinubu at the signing of the Peace Pact. Speaking on VOP, Rufai commented on the news that Bola Tinubu is resting in the UK. Addressing the topic, Rufai said, "The recent developments in the party make me think that the APC campaign council is in disarray. Presidential candidate recently signed the Peace Pact, but Bola Tinubu was absent. His absence from the events may affect the perception of the public, as Shetima, a running mate, was there to sign on behalf of the presidential candidate." He continued, saying, "Some of his allies have said that Bola Tinubu is resting in London. However, I wonder why Tinubu is resting in London when there are many places to rest in Nigeria. For example, we have the ranches for relaxation in Nigeria, and we should not be taking our local tourism money abroad." His supporters not going to like this one. No? They will support. It's always like that. Even when Goodluck Jonathan was there, when a lot of things were going upside down, those who are condemning Buhari and this government now, they were supporting him. And meanwhile, Buhari supporters and APC, then they were firing. And that is why I have come to the conclusion that Nigeria is not going to be better, because at some point in time, you will always have a willing tools that are already made to be defending the government of the day. You will see people who are on the side of the government of the day, and it will be so difficult. I used to think before now that a time will come, we will all come together, we all have one voice when the suffering gets to the peak. Later, I changed my mind. Say, you begin to see people coming out and telling you that no, it is okay, it is fine. But if it is somebody who they don't even like, you will now know that they know the truth. But unfortunately, at the end of the day, the rain falls on everybody. The sun shines on everybody. Irrespective of anything that comes out of the whole thing, we are all going to be partakers of it, be it good or bad. And that is it. We have been saying this over and over again. It's like they don't even listen. I have come to the conclusion again that Nigerian politicians will never change. I've never seen the situation that will warrant them to say, no, enough is enough. Let us just come together. Let us reason together and make our country worth it. They will never. The only time they are going to rest is maybe when God calls them. In as much they are breathing, forget it, because they will be thinking that this other politician is not smart. There's a way I would have done it better. Just like what is happening to Ekweremadu now. You know, some people will think, Ekweremadu, you fall hand, you fall with hand. How you go do that kind of thing? This and that, but they will not learn from it that they could enter the same problem. Even Iboritu, when he enter Wahala, so you know sabi play, forget it. They just say they smart, they smart anything. He would have done it this way, and he wouldn't have been involved in the problem. That is the mindset of all these politicians. Like I've said, for as many who have been listening to me, it was during the what is it called? COVID-19 that made me believe that these are our politicians 99.9%. Maybe some people, maybe some of them, maybe 0. something percent, maybe they are good, but as far as I know, 99.9% of Nigerian politicians are rogues. Even in the midst of pandemic that everybody was afraid, and a lot of nations, countries donating to Nigeria, you know, see these people they're still working, they're still all down, they still corruption still came out from that. Now I told you, say these people, nothing. Not only when they stop breathing, that is when they will surrender. So they will tell you, we brought democracy, we fought democracy, and no place, nothing you can even pick since they said they fought democracy. See, today, those ones that said they fought democracy or they fought for democracy, they are the ones. Go and check them. They are stinkingly rich. They were fighting the military. They're not knowing that they were going to be worse. They were fighting for themselves, not because of the people. And yet the country is worse than when the military was in power. Tell me, they cannot relax in Nigeria. Even what Nigerians have been complaining, they know the truth. They cannot send their children to the school in Nigeria. They cannot attend hospital. They cannot go for they cannot. They don't have relaxation or places, vacation that even other countries will want to come. Other people from other countries will want to come. For we're nothing. Electricity no day. Now you want no talk of a economy being stable or security. So the question is a very good question, but those who are supporting them, those who have already purported in their heart that suffering is their watchword, they will say, "What be your own self? What be yourself? It can go to anywhere. It can go to anywhere. We think only we now will they go anywhere. Other people know they come with place. May they go, may they carry money. They come. Do you know that if really that we have things that we can showcase, we can sell. All this issue of shortage of dollar, it will not be there because people will be bringing in money to this country, but nothing. We are short of dollars because there's nothing we are selling. Tourism, vacation, everything is just working. Nobody can come to this country to come and spend their hard-earned money. And that is a valid question or pertinent question the man has asked. Okay, he has the right to rest anywhere. How is that your concern? Thank you. Haters of truth, they will not listen. By the grace of God, we will not experience APC and PDP anymore in this country, Nigeria, in 2023. Amen. As God lives, Nigeria will not be handed over to Biafra. Okay, Biafra. Okay, who is Biafra? Oh my goodness, you must be an unserious fellow. Why talking nonsense if you don't have anything to say? Wait until you are disgraced, and neither should it be handed over to Oduduwa again. Nothing say na the craze. No, not the craze. If nothing say na craze, other people dey craze pass una. Now because of this craze, when they craze, so now they talk some people they abusive. You go first look for trouble. When they give you now, you're going to run pata 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 putu 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 putu. Rufai, not until you learn not to be biased in your analysis, I will never be your fan. I can rest anywhere I choose to once the place is convenient for me and will not be disturbed. Did you listen to yourself? Resting while the peace accord signing was ongoing. Please come out of that tribalistic cage. Nigerians are wiser now, except a few Yoruba men like you. Where is the bias? Are there no ranches in Nigeria where Tinubu can rest? Joe Biden is resting in Nigeria, all other world leaders, is that how they troop to other countries to rest? Why is it that other ways around is what happens in Nigeria? When will the people of this country learn to do things aright? When will the people of Nigeria join hands to build a standard country? Time is not on our side, my people. Let us try to do things differently this time around. Don't mind Nigerians and supporting nonsense. They can't even see the truth and say your leaders will continue to treat you people anyhow. And what is the problem if he chooses to rest in London? Are you really okay, or are you blinded by tribalism? So at the expense of signing a peace agreement, he left the country and you are defending him. I'm really ashamed of your blindness. I beg you, how person go first rest before work start safe? I don't understand though. I have painstakingly followed and observed Rufai Hussaini of Arise Television's partisan disposition to journalism, and I found it embarrassing that the fast-growing TV station could allow such an unrepentant and shameless partisan and hugely biased journalist to continue to anchor its programs. Rufai Hussaini has, through his programs, shown the political party and the presidential candidate is working for. Rufai Hussaini is not only a bad example of how a well-trained and responsible journalist should be, he has equally proven in his natural self how rough, uncultured, careless, unrefined, and irresponsible he is. Thank God that he is the one who is foolishly, selfishly, irresponsibly using his own hands to destroy his journalism career. Those who have paid him to keep showing his rude and violent antecedents in his attacks against the APC and everything that has to do with the party will at the appropriate time abandon him to agonize over his lost self-esteem and professional values. You are the one being biased here. You see, Rufai thinking reflects that of majority of Nigerians, except maybe a few who are beclouded by tribe. How can a presidential aspirant be resting when a critical assignment and yet as simple as signing a peace accord was being signed? Initially, we were told he went for a medical attention, which to me is tenable because health is more important. Again, some of his spokespersons said he went to rest. My brother, nobody in good conscience will vote APC again. The result of their leadership is right before you and I. And to support all an ailing old man who is likely to spend most of his time overseas for medical attention is the height of recklessness. Is it just because he is from your tribe? If Tinubu is from another tribe, will you support him? Let us be honest. They will not, man. Wicked fellow. Wicked people, because they don't want good, because they believe that there's something they are going to be gaining from him. That's why they are just... and the worst part of it again is that some people, they not just they gain anything, but their life just they anyhow. They just want live their life like that. The person they are even defending don't even know whether they are existing or not.